Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I don't know about you, but I felt really excited when I started looking at how you could capture users' email IDs and then you could market to them via email the first time I saw it. It was really exciting. I've already made a tutorial on how do you capture email IDs and how do you send emails to your potential customers or leads through something called a SendFox in a couple of months ago. You may find that link somewhere here on this video, and then you could go ahead and watch it if you have not done that already. Now today what I'm going to talk about is when you talk about email capturing tools or lead capturing tools, what comes mostly to our mind is either Sumo or Privy or tools like that. But there are a couple of new tools which have been launched in the market. I don't know how new they are, but because I've been looking at these tools and they're really fascinating. So let's get started, and the first tool that I have today is called as Sleeknote, which is what you should see on your screens now. And the reason I found this very exciting is they usually have the same pitch about how you could capture your subscribers or your potential clients through pop-ups. Not just that, you could create your email pop-up, and along with that, if you look at what this actually means, the most user-friendly email pop-up builder ever made. Design your email pop-up in minutes with Sleeknote's drag and drop editor and set it live today. So we will see what that is all about. If you want to go ahead and start creating one, you will simply do this. But along with that, design stunning email pop-ups without a designer, drag and drop functionality, email pop-up builder, which is nice. Along with that, you have a drag and drop editor, fine. What really got me exciting was advanced targeting options, whether you want to target your first time visitors or people coming from a particular location or logged in for 5 times and now you want to show them, depends on whatever your targeting mechanism is, you can go ahead and use these. The last feature which really got me excited was multi-step pop-ups for better segmentation. Now, all of us have been working with tools where you just, when people come to your website, you just set up a pop-up builder, it pops up, people put in your email ID, they go to your landing page. So basically pop-ups were serving as bridge pages where they could collect your email ID and password. I've also looked at tools which are full page builders, which means they're not just a pop-up, but they're a full page pop-up. But this is exciting because it says multi-step pop-ups, which means that you could have one step, which is a pop-up builder that could lead to another pop-up, which is cool. So go beyond generic email pop-ups. With our multi-step email pop-ups, you can collect visitor information in multiple steps without scaring them off with too many input fields. If you have just email ID, I think one pop-up should do the job. But how do you target them? Let's say you're talking about capturing an email ID first, and then you want to help them, right? Pop-up is not just to capture email IDs, but you really want to help them. What if this, based upon this input in this pop-up, you would want to send them to a specific link on your website? You could do that using the multi-step pop-ups. Let's see how in a while. Alright, so complete pop-up customization, you could put in your brand colors, etc. And they have a world-class support, they say. Let's see how good they are. One free custom design email pop-up. Alright. Now 2000 plus e-commerce marketers enjoy Sleeknote every day. Interesting. These are the stages. Start your 7-day free trial, create your email pop-up, and then add your tracking code, and then you can get started for free. They don't ask for credit card details, which is really cool. And if you also want to look at the pricing, let's look at the pricing first, because most often than not, price is the only consideration that stops us from choosing what we want to go ahead and do. So 49, this is annual billing. So let's see if they have a monthly billing. €62 per month is the light version. All features, unlimited campaigns, unlimited support, dedicated success manager, one custom made campaign. All right. So what do you have in the 74 euros per month is 50,000 visitors. This is for 25,000 visitors, and it increases as you go beyond. Not bad. 30-day money back guarantee, integrate with your favorite software. They also support a lot of integrations. Cool. Alright, so let's get started with our first ever email pop-up builder. So let's get started for free. That's my name, and I am not going to tell you what my password is. Accept terms and conditions, create a free account. Ta-da-da. So in the meantime, let me know in the comment section which tool are you currently using for capturing emails of your potential customers. Enter your domain. Let me put in a domain. Name your campaign. Let's say Sleeknote email pop-up. This is just for your identification. Alright, let's say continue. I'm not looking at a guided tour now anyway. So what is your requirement? Do you want to collect email addresses, increase product sales for e-commerce? Guide your visitors, connect with visitors. So let me talk about what collect email addresses means. Let's check what that is all about. Choose campaign position. Do you want to slide in? Do you want to slide? Do you want to slide in from the left or right, or pop up in the center, the sleek bar at the top or sleek bar at the bottom? They also have a preview here. Okay, do you want it this way or this way or this? I think this seems cool, right? A top bar. Okay. The problem with the top bar is I always found people tend to ignore that. They don't pay much attention to that. So let's go ahead with the pop-up center. Let's continue. All right, theme templates and blank templates. Just to save time, let's go ahead with a free template than starting from scratch. All right, so if you look at it, they have exclusive offers. They have a free ebook downloads, right? They have a lead magnet related pop-ups. They have discounts. They have some programs, loyalty programs, a free sample related pop-ups, an offer. This is multi-step. So why don't we get started with a multi-step funnel just to see how that works. See if there is anything else which is multi-step. Nope, absolutely not. So you just have this. So let's start with this. Continue. All right, so that's your pop-up. I believe you can also change your layout, your images, etc. Sign up to a newsletter and save 20% on your next bag purchase. All right, so let's leave it as it is. You can customize it if you want, or let's say receive cool offers. So that's my website in the background. Sign up and receive cool offers on your next, I will not say bag, I will say big purchase. Enter your email ID, sign me up. All right, no spam policy. All right, that's cool enough, right? So this is too big. So let me see if I can make it a little smaller. Edit text, but why can't, oh, here is the text editor. So you can reduce the size so that it's visible properly. All right, you can change the color, font, etc. like you want. I'm not doing that at this point in time. And you can also include links, which is interesting. Let's say if you want to give an option where you don't, if you're okay with people not signing up with their email IDs or not giving you their email IDs, you can also link it. You can also add a link and take them directly to your website, which is new window, link them to, oh, how about this? Let me make it a little interesting. So cancel this. All right. Now what if I don't want people to give their email ID if they don't want to. If I want directly to send them to my latest collection, say latest collection here. Okay. Go to layout, edit. And I would want to change the text color to white. Latest collection, there's a spelling mistake. Okay. And I would want to link this section. Let's say select the whole thing, link them to go to Amazon.com, for example. That's it. So if they're okay to give their email ID, you can collect it. If they don't want, you can send them directly to the Amazon's website, assuming Amazon is my website. All right. So then let's look at what else. I think that's pretty much it, right? Okay. Now layout and add elements. All right. Now I have add elements. You can add text, image, divider, free image, container, anything that you want. Third-party apps can be integrated, which is nice. This is very customizable if you ask me, because we didn't have things like that before. So this is the first form, by the way. And then there's a second form, this is a multi-level pop-up, right? And this is where I can send them to the next stage, which is the form 2. Okay. So this is a multi-level pop-up. You can say here is the new collection. Reduce the font size because this is kind of big. All right. And you can say enjoy, explore, shop, enjoy. Right. And in case you want to collect more details from them, you can do that here. You can say here is the new collection, or you can simply say fill in the details to send you customized products. Now, the reason I say this is a lot of times when we have email IDs, we send a generic generic messenger to a generic email message to a lot of people, right? Now, what if I want to collect the gender of the person so that I can send anything that's related to women and women shoppers to them, to that particular set of email IDs, and men's related thing to a particular set of categories. So I want to filter them based upon the gender. So I'm just going to give in their gender field here, and the moment they say update their field, that should be done, right? Now I have the email ID of the person. I have additional parameters like the name, the phone number, and the gender, right? Once that's done, if they can click on update their info, that's done, right? Now let's go to teaser. Now this is save $20 on your next order. Something which is like a call to action. Okay. Yeah, we can leave that as it is. And then success, which is the final thing. I mean, once they have put in that, you can give them a code, a discount code for something of that sort. Now this has got 4 steps in it. One is the first level of pop-up where you could collect their email IDs. A second level of pop-up is where you could send them to collect additional information from the user. Third is just tease them enough with something which is attractive to them. How that could be anything from get a discount coupon for this purchase. Guys, come on, all e-commerce companies do this. An offer is something that you create based upon what you can from the collection that you have. A lot of people, what they do is, if they're willing to give a $50 discount, they only give a the price shows there's only a 30% discount, but they give you an additional 20% if they sign up. So this is an offer. It's the same thing that you make at the end of the day, but what you do now is you give them the option to put in the email ID and avail the additional 20%. At the end of the day, you're not losing anything, but it's just the way you package it, right? Now, get a discount coupon for this purchase. When people click on that, they come here, and then you can give them the discount code for whatever product that you want. Now, this is a multi-level pop-up, which is cool enough, right? So I think, in my opinion, I have heard about these things before. I've seen some case studies where people did that before, but this is the first time that I'm actually looking at it. Now, this is the most important step, which is the trigger. When do you want this pop-up to show up? Automated triggering is the system will find what is the best time and where should the pop-up show up, and it will decide. If you don't want to do that, and if you want to control it manually, show the campaign after 8 seconds on your page, or exit intent, which means if the person is trying to close the window, then show it. For the kind of purchase that we have, since it's an e-commerce, assuming it's an e-commerce store because it's an e-commerce template that we worked with, it's better we show after 8 seconds or 10 seconds depending upon whatever you want. And click trigger can also be done, which means then when a person clicks on something, then you can do that. Let's see what that is. Okay. On your website, there are certain classes based upon the HTML code that's written. If they click on a particular section, you can put in that ID here, and that's when the pop-up gets triggered. You can do that. Manual trigger. Trigger your campaign by calling this piece of JavaScript. You just have to copy this code, paste it on your website. It automatically gets populated. Site data trigger. This is slightly technical, right? So we will not look at this at this point in time. If you have certain properties that you would want to track, like a website which has got multiple properties. Property is nothing but a subsite. If you want to track particular subsites related to a website, you can put in this site level data trigger. Cool. Now I'm just going to say, keep it simple. Just say 8 seconds after this is done, say continue. If you remember this example, this pop-up was talking about bags, that they have a discount going on the bag. Now, do you want to target bags related pages because this discount is only for bags, or do you want to target this all across the site, depending upon you, depending upon the product, depending upon the offer that you have? I'm just going to keep it simple because if I say sub pages, it's going to ask me what is. Now matches, let's say tools, right? If I have discount going on the tools, I can simply put in this pop-up. Let's say continue. Geo-targeting based upon which country, that's interesting, right? You can create multiple pop-ups. Let's say for people coming from the US, you can show one category of pop-ups. Other areas of the world that you can, other countries, you can choose another pop-up. Man, this is interesting, right? Show or hide your campaign from visitors who have followed a specific path of URLs. For example, I don't want to show a pop-up for anybody who has done a transaction before. So anybody who has gone to the thank you page, I don't want to show this to them. So I can create a sequence, right? I can create a URL and then, don't show this pop-up to them. Interesting. So UTM is the parameters that you would want to track to identify the source it came from, specific query. These are all the parameters that you can fetch, because when you're running ad campaigns and you get people to this site, you really want to understand what keyword got you here, what platform got you here, whether it's a direct search or it came from the SEO listings. You can specifically make sure you track all those pieces of information so that you can invest your money and time better on what is actually getting you conversions, not spend time otherwise. Wow, this is interesting. No wonder they charge you so much, right? Because usually a typical pop-up builder should cost you around $20, not more than that, $20 per month, etc. And these are the integrations if you want to integrate things to your CRM or MailChimp or Klaviyo or any of those platforms. Brilliant. Then once you're done integrating this, you can link it and then it's done. So this is how you create that. Nice. So I really like this. So I'm just going to say no integration done. So final step, I'm just going to save it. Right. You can activate the campaign. I don't want to do that at this point in time. I'll simply keep it away. Now this is general. So continue again. Now we have done this. Let me see what they mean by guide your visitors, right? Destroy current campaign. I'm sure I don't want it anymore. So guide your visitors. Go ahead. Select the pop-up which is at the center. Go ahead. Okay. Now these are different templates again. Guys, I'm not spending much time on the things that you can customize because these are layout based settings and you can pretty much explore them by yourselves. Let's see if there's a winter sale. It's summer sale. Summer is around the corner. So let's do that. Let's say continue. When you do that, this is the form. You can customize anything on the form. And then you can have a teaser which scrolls. I mean, you can scroll the page and then it scrolls along with the page. You can customize it the way you want. Then success, right? Enable this step. This is the pop-up. You can customize it with an image. Any image that you may have in your system, you can do that. Basically, this is how you guide people. So I hope you understand. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back. Now, increase product sales. I'm sure I don't want the old one. This is a new kind of thing. So let's say continue. Pop up at the center. Continue. Let's say this. Although Valentine's Day has gone by, there's no harm, right? Creating a campaign. When it's done creating a campaign, it will show you all the fields. Adding the campaign, that's the campaign. This is the form that you would want to look at. You can customize where you want to send them by giving in the links, the teaser, right? You can just type your text and say don't miss out on the discount or anything of that sort which teases the audience. Then you just say, you can just say next step and you can enable your thank you page and then set up the triggers. Pretty simple, right? The first time it was a little disturbing, but then I think once you figure the flow out, I think it's easy. Now this is what I'm curious about. I'm sure I don't want the old one. Connect with visitors, invite visitors to reach out, collect visitor feedback, get information to close bigger deals. Nice. So let's see what this has got. Pop up at the center, continue. Let's say different set of templates. These are more on the lines of providing feedback, creating a campaign, adding a campaign. That's it. Now this is where you can collect feedback from people. They have checked out something, they've come here, and if you're not sure, I mean, you can ask them if you're not sure if this suits you. You can collect your details, submit the question, give a teaser, success, which is a thank you page, then continue, set up, customize it. Right. In this case, I think I would show it to sections of the website. I wouldn't show it across the website, and I would customize the pages that I would want people to look at, target specific sub pages, and then continue. Right. So that's how you would go ahead and set up these pop-ups depending upon what you're looking at. So basically, capture more leads, get newsletter subscribers. If you want to increase email subscribers, this is the option. Right? If you want to deal with product sales, and if you want to push more products and promote more products, cross-sell, upsell, reduce. I mean, if people are coming to your website, looking at the product, adding it to the cart, and then leaving, this is where you can go ahead and push them the products. Help visitors find the right products, welcome new and returning visitors, make targeted product recommendations, connect with visitors, invite visitors to reach out, collect visitor feedback, kind of different questions. So basically, I will have another session where I talk about how do you ask people the right questions when you're doing something of this sort. That's it. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's go back. Alright, so I think by far this was very impressive because you can target different kinds of people who are coming to your site for different reasons, and along with that you can customize your pop-ups in such a way that meet your business goals so that you can actually achieve what you want. Should we say this is the support that we guys were talking about? Alright, so this is the data where you can access the analytics, goals, you can run split tests. Nice. Split test, basically you test out two pop-ups, so see which works better, send half the traffic to one variation, half the traffic to other variation, compare two campaigns and see what works better for you, and then decide what to go ahead, because whatever is getting you more conversions, I think that's what is more important. So this is the tracking code. You just copy your tracking code onto your website, and then this automatically gets popped up onto your website. I think that's pretty much about it. I still have about 6 days of trial. I think I'm going to explore more and see how things work. Probably I'll just put in this code and see, run it through for a week, see how things work. And if there's anything interesting, I think I will get that to you guys. All right. Overall, good tool, excellent tool if you ask me. However, I find pricing to be a little on the higher side, because $49 per month, 49 euros per month, which is the annual pricing. Monthly, it comes up to 62 euros per month, which is kind of expensive in my opinion. Although I would have loved to see a lesser priced variation around $29, $30. I think that would have been really interesting. But no questions, one of the best platforms to create your pop-ups. No wonder they have got excellent ratings. No wonder it's that expensive, because they give you probably all sorts of tracking, and you can also make the amount of money that you invest on a tool should always be directly linked to the value that the tool brings you. If somebody asks me 62 euros just to design some images like Canva or Trello, I wouldn't be interested. I'd rather hire a designer for the same price per month and get 10 designs out of that price, right? But if there is a platform like this, which is offering you a ton of opportunities, a ton of interesting insights, because it actually translates into me selling more products at the end of the day, I think I would really go for a tool like this. But yeah, at this point in time, 62 euros seems a little too much before we test out other tools and see if there is any lesser priced variation or alternative that could give me the same functionality. So let's test it out. That's what my job is. Until then, I'm including a link for Sleeknote if you really want to give it a try. Really, really, really interesting tool. A very good tool for digital marketers to get a lot of insights. When you're doing it for your clients, I think you should definitely pitch for this product. Thank you so much. My name is Casey. Ciao. Oh, I forgot. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not already done that. I love you all. Cheers, guys.